Okay, so we start from currency pairing. With what we can see on our screen now, we have USD NGN. This is United States dollar against Nigerian naira. So in this case, I told us that the USD here is the base currency, while the other one is called the quote currency. So this is how we usually have a currency pair. So you can also pair the Nigerian naira against South African rands. So that is going to be NGN ZAR. But usually the one that comes first is stronger based on listing, when it was listed to be publicly traded. The first one, which is the base, is stronger than the quote currency. So that is why whatsoever decision you are taking in the market, be it buying or selling, you are doing it with the base currency. If we are buying USD NGN, it means that we are saying that USD is strong than the Nigerian naira. If we are selling USD NGN, it means that USD is weak than the Nigerian naira. So let's move further. We are going to be looking at different types of currencies that are traded in the forex market. First, we have the major currencies. When we call something major, it means that we have people that are actively participating in this sect. So there are 8 major currencies that are traded in forex. 8. At least we have about 170 something countries with different currencies, but we only have 8 that are majorly traded in the forex market, which are what we can see on our screen right now. So you may want to write this down or probably take a screenshot to put that down later. So we have the US dollar, the European euro, the Canadian dollar, Switzerland franc, New Zealand dollar, Australian, Great Britain pounds, and the Japanese yen. So these are 8 currencies that are majorly traded in the forex market. However, I told us that we cannot only trade one single currency. It has to be paired against another. You cannot trade euro alone. That euro has to be paired with another country currency. So that is when we are now going to look at the different types of currency pairing. We already understand what currency pair is all about. It is combination of 2 country currency that is tradable in the forex market. So now we want to look at the different types, or let's say categories, of currency pair that we have. So the first one we have is called the major currency pair. This major currency pair are 7, and they are extracted from the major currencies that are traded. If you look at these currencies closely, you will see that there are 8, and we have the dollar as world reserve currency. And now back to the major currency pair, we now have 7. Why did they reduce to 7? It is because dollar has been extracted and fixed in the rest of the major currencies that are traded in the forex market. So now we have GBP USD, Euro USD. So among the major currencies that are traded, we now fix dollar in their pairing. So because we now have these are 7 major currency pair that are traded in the forex market. When we say major, it means a lot of people, a lot of traders are actively trading these currency pairs. So as a beginner too that just want to start trading, you want to be trading the major currency pair. Why? Reason is because there is large volume there. It means that a lot of people are bringing in money to push this market either up or down. And also the spread. We've talked about spread, which is the difference between the bid and the ask price. So the spread on major currency pair are usually very, very small, which means that your brokers will not be charging you too much for placing a trade. So you only want to be trading the major currency pair. So there are 7, and that is what we are currently seeing on our screen. And also the next category that we have when it comes to currency pair is minor currency. We've talked about major, now we have minor. There's always a saying that majority and minority. Majority means where a lot of people are, and minority means just a few numbers of people. So now when we are now talking about minor currency pair, it's relating to currency pair that people are not actively involved. People are not actively involved in trading. They don't have so much volume like the major currency pair. So minor currency usually would not have the US dollar in its pairing, will not have the USD in its pairing. So it's going to contain other currencies like Euro GBP, NZD JPY. So other currency among the major currency, okay? Other currency among the major, from the major currency we have 8. So if you should remove dollar, we are left with 7. So from these 7, we now pair them between each other. That is how we get minor currency pairing. Euro GBP, these are examples that we are seeing on our screen. NZD JPY, CAD CHF, AUD CAD, etc., etc. We also have GBP NZD, a lot like that, as far as the US dollar is not in its pairing. So this is the second categories of currency pair that we have in the forex market. And lastly, the third category is called the exotic pairs. Exotic, when we say something is exotic, it means that that thing is huge. So now exotic here means that currencies of both developing nations and underdeveloping nations can be merged together. So this is where you can see African country currencies paired with maybe Asian currencies. They are paired together. So for example, that is where we have the USD NGN. The USD is a major currency. NGN is under exotic because the NGN is classified under developing. So they can also be paired with USD. The fact that they are paired with USD does not make it a major currency pair. Alright, the fact that they are paired with USD does not make it a major currency pair. They are under exotic. And one distinct features about exotic pairs is that there are only few people that want to trade this, even compared to the minor currency pair. And usually spread on exotic currency pair are usually very, very large. They are huge. That is why we call them exotic. The spread is usually large. So as a beginner, you don't want to be trading the exotic pairs. You want to find yourself trading major currency, or perhaps some from the minor currency pair. Alright, so these are the types of currency pairing that we have in the market. And now today we want to start the calculative aspect. I said we are going to teach us how to calculate pips and lot size, but first we have to take it one after the other because we need to properly understand this concept. So I will first start from pips. The next slide we have here is lot size, but I want us to have a proper understanding, so we need to look at pips first. What is pips? A pip simply means percentage in point, and I told us that it is a measurement tools that we use in the forex market. It helps us to know price movement from one particular point to another. So from what we are currently seeing here, we are seeing, look at this point, it says consider the price of Euro USD as 1.30052. The pip value count starts from the fourth digit after the decimal point. If you look at this decimal point after this one, we have 1 point, and then if you count the numbers of digits that we have after this decimal point, they are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 digits. The last number, which is the fifth number, is called pipette. The last number is called pipette, while the fourth number is where the pip count starts from. This pipette is working more like a seconds on our clock. You can see the time, the current time here says 10:17. We don't have the seconds here. Not that the seconds is not relevant, but we actually do not care so much about it. So same thing is applicable to pipette. The pipette is important, but we do not pay so much importance to it because it is a pipette that is going to round up for a pip. Just as we have 60 seconds to make 1 minute, in trading 10 pipette, not 60 pipette. Not 60 pipette. 10 pipette makes 1 pip. So if this number should sum up now to 9, the next number is going to approximate this 5 to 6. Okay, so now let's look at the calculation so we can properly understand. So I want you to follow through very well, so in case you may have any question, so you have to relay that to me and we answer that. So let's go to a clean chart to explain this. Let's go to a clean chart. All right, so now we have, let's use a live figure, a current number that we have here, so we can get that. Okay, so now if you look at this right hand side where I have this my cursor, this is the current exchange rate of Euro USD. So this is a major currency pair. The euro against the dollar, you can see euro against the US dollar. So this side where we have series of numbers is where we have the exchange rate, and the current exchange rate is trading at 1.08622. So let's use this as an explanation. 1.08622. So if you look at this point too, you will see that we have 5 numbers after the decimal point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the fifth one here is the pipette, which we do not want to put more focus on. So our pip count is starting from the fourth number after the decimal point, which happens to be this 2, right? So if, let's say, we expect price to go up or goes down by 5 pips, we want to add 5 pips to this. So we want to know what the new exchange price is going to be. If price should go up by just 5 pips. How you are going to do that? When we say when you want price to go up, you add. When you expect price to go down, you minus, you subtract. Okay, so now we expect that price should go up. We are going to explain for both sides, both addition and subtraction. So when we expect that price should go up by 5 pips, we don't want to add 5 just like this, like we just type this number and then we add 5 to it. That is not how we calculate it in forex trading. We calculate it where the pip count starts from. So this is where the pip count starts from. It's starting from the 4th number. So we are going to put that 5 beneath that 4th number. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is where that pip count is. That is where we have that pip count. So we are going to add that number that we expect price to move, the number of pips. So we expect price to move up by 5 pips. It means as if you want to measure feet, let's say 5 feet, you understand, like that. So here we use pips. So now we say price should goes up by 5 pips. So we add that underneath the 4th number. So we are not using this last number. Whenever you want to calculate your pips, you forgone the last number, which is the 5th number. We do not use it. So our focus is on this first 4 digits. That is where our focus is. So now if you now want to add 5, you now add it this way. After you must have put that 5 beneath the 4th number, then you do your normal addition. If you want to write this 5 in full, it means that these other 3 numbers and this one, you can see we have nothing under them. You have to represent it with what? Zeros, and zeros. So this that we have written now, this is 0.0005. This is 5 pips. If you should send this to a trader and ask the person that how many pips is this, the person is going to tell you 5. How do you interpret this to be 5? Because you only focus on the 4th number after the decimal point. This is the decimal point here, and the 4th number we are seeing here is 5. We are not seeing any other numbers. We only see 5. So it means that this is 5 pips. So now let's add. Let's say price want to go up. So 2 here, we don't have anything under here. We still put this 2. 5 plus 2, what do we have? We have 7. 6 plus 0, you have 6. 8 plus 0, we still have 8. 0 plus 0, we still have 0. 1 plus 0, we still have 1. So what this means is that if the current price of Euro USD that is currently trading at 1.08622, if the value should go up by 5 pips, that simply means that the new exchange rate is going to be 1.08672. So we've just simply calculate pips. Okay, so now let's say, what if this value goes down by 5 pips? We want to subtract. What we want to do here is to subtract 5 pips. Okay, subtraction is what we want to do here now. So we still put that 5 under what? The 2. We still have it this way. That is 5 pips. So what we now want to do now is subtraction. We want to subtract 5 from this value. So this is where we need our basic knowledge of addition and subtraction. Okay, so to subtract this from this here now is what? We still have 2 here. If you want to subtract 2 from 5, we usually say it's not possible. So that means you have to take a number from the next figure, which is 6. We take 1 from here. This one becomes 12. This one has been reduced to what? 5. Okay, so now we can now subtract 12 from 5. If we should subtract 12 from 5, what do we have? We will have 7. And then 5 from 0, we still have 5. 8 from 0, we still have 8. And 0 from 0, we still have 0. 1 from 0, we still have 1. So now if the current exchange rate of 1.08622 goes down by just 5 pips, this is what the new exchange rate is going to be, 1.08572. Are we getting it? Are we getting it? Do we have any question before we move further? Mr. Moses, any question before we move further? Are you getting it?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Okay. Any question?
No, go ahead.
All right. Let's move. So now this is just for value of 1 digit. Now let's try to do this when we have like 2-digit numbers, like let's say 10, 15, 27, 97. 2-digit numbers start from 10 up to 99. That is how we have the 2-digit number. So now let's say we want to add, let's say 25 pips. Now to write that 25 pips, you know, I said we want to put that number beneath the 4th number, but this is just one single number. We cannot just put 25 under these 2 alone. This is 2 numbers, so we can't put it this way. What we are going to do is that we are now going to write that 22 like this. So we move to the 3rd number of that of that exchange rate. So the 5 we start from the 4th, the 2 we start from the 3 numbers, from the 3rd numbers. You can see how we've ignored the last number right here. So this is if you want to add or subtract 2-digit numbers. If it is 3-digit number, you have to move left. You know, when Muslims write, they write from right to left. So same thing here. If you are calculating pips and the digits are increasing in value from 1 digit to like 3 digits, you have to be moving from your right to left. So you will move from right, starting from the 4th number, to our left. So if it is 3 digits, let's say from 100 to 999. So whatsoever number between this figure, let's say maybe 225 now. So we have that 2 right here. This is 225. If you want to write this 225 in full, we have to represent these other spaces. We represent them with zeros. We put zeros here. We put zeros here. So let's calculate if the value goes up and also if it goes down. If it goes up, we are adding. If it goes down, we are subtracting. So now 2, we still put the 2 right here. Now we are doing first for addition. 2 plus 5, we have 7. 6 plus 2, we have 8. 8 plus 2, we have 10. So we put 0 here. We pick that 1 to this point. So now we have 1 plus 0, we still have 1.1. So this means that if this current exchange rate should goes up by 225 pips, the new exchange rate we are going to have will be 1.10872. So that is if the price is going up with a value of 3 digits. What if it goes down also with the same number of pips, which is 225? We want to what? We want to subtract. Okay, we want to subtract. So what we are going to do here is what? We bring back these 2 minus 5, we take 1 from here to be 12, so we still have 7 here. This one now has become what? 5. 5 minus 2, we have 3. 8 minus 2, we have 6. 0 minus 0, we still have 0. 1 minus 0, we still have 1. So if the value should drop down to by 225 pips, the current exchange rate is going to be 1.06372. So this is how you calculate pips when it's come to currency pairing. All right, so now before I proceed, I would like to give you a very quick assessment for you to do that, and so I will understand, or I will know that you fully understand now. So let's look at the current exchange rate that we have. Okay, now the value has gone up a bit. Now we have 0.8651. We have 1.08651. So now what I want you to do now is that I want you to calculate for price, if price should goes down by value of 35 pips. So what is going to be the new exchange rate? What is going to be the new price if we depreciate or goes down by 35 pips? Hope you are with me, Mr. Moses.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so I want you to quickly do that so I will know that you understand what we've been saying so far.
Okay.
Okay, do you have the answer?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your answer?
0.18301.
You said?
0.18301.
0.18301. Like this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's calculate together to see if this is correct or not. But the way I'm seeing it is not correct. It's not correct from what even without calculating first, what I'm seeing here is not correct. So now let's do it together so you know what you are doing wrong. 35 now. We want to minus 35 from this number. So where you are going to put that, you are going to start that 5 from the fourth number, and then you move left to write the other number. So now we have what? 35. Then we represent other one here with 0.0. Okay, so now what we want to do is to minus 1. We still put this one here. 5 minus 5, that is 0. 6 minus 3, what do we still have? We still have 3. 8 minus 0, what do we have? We still have 8. 0 minus 0, we still have 0. 0.1 minus 0, we still have 1. Now, can you see where you get it wrong?
No, I got it right. It's 0.0. 0 point. I mean 1 point. Okay. I have seen it.
You said 0.1830.
1 is 1.0, not 0. It's a mistake.
So it is 1.0, not 0.1.
Yes.
Okay, let's do another one. Let's do another one. So now let's say this number here now. So now we want to add, expecting the price to go up by 918 pips. 918 pips. So now what is going to be the current value if price goes up 918 pips?
900. Um, 1.17831. 78831.
1.17831. Okay, let's do this together. 918. So we have our 918 this way. So 1, we still have this one here. 5 plus 8, that is 13. So we have 3, we put 1 here. 6 plus 1, that's 7, plus this one we have 8. 9 plus 8, that is 17. We have 7, 1, we put that 1 here. So yes, this is correct. This is correct. So now it shows that you now understand how to calculate pips. Also, there are tools that is going to help us, because we only need to understand this manual way of calculating. If we don't understand it, it will be very difficult for us to interpret what that tools is saying. So now, for you to properly understand that tools, then it means that you should know how to write a pips in full. How to write a pips in full. Now, from what I have explained before, I want you to tell me how many pips I've just written. Now, if I should write 0.0108, how many pips is this that I've just written? How many pips is this?
Three pips.
You said?
3 pips.
3 pips? No, this is not 3 pips. Far from it.
4. We are not calculating that.
This number here now,
Okay.
we have 0.0108. How many pips are you seeing here? If you want to, like, this is a number on its own, okay? Now I've write it the way the tools you will be using. So the way that tool is going to show it to you, this is how the tool is going to show it to you. This is not 3, neither is it 4. You are saying it in terms of the numbers after the decimal point. Okay, so now if you look at it very well, what numbers can you actually see that you can call out as a whole number?
5.
What number can you see that you can call out as a whole number?
0.
No. Okay, let me help you with that so that you can understand. The number that you can see here that you can call out is this.
Okay.
And that is what? 108. 108. Now remember that for pips we will have 4 numbers. We will have 4 numbers
Yeah.
after the decimal point. And if it is 5, let's say we have 2 here. This 2 is the pipette.
Okay,
Okay?
I get it.
You get it now. This 2 here is the pipette. So the other number we can see here is 108. So this means that I've just written 108 pips.
Okay.
Do you get it now? You know, when we are talking about 35 pips, when we are adding the other time, you don't just have the 35 written like this. If you want to have it in pips, you are going to have 2 zeros, then 0.0. So this now here, this is 35 pips. Because after the decimal point, we have 5 numbers. So if we should have 5 here, this 5 is the pipette. Do you get it now?
Okay.
Okay, so now let's take it again. Let me do another one. So now let's say we have 0. How many pips is this?
1,508.
Now you get it. 1,508. Let's have more. Let's say we have this. How many pips is this?
We have 255.
Yes, 255. So now you get that. So let's have the last one. Let's say we have this, and we have this. How many pips is this? One pip. Yeah. So that is how you interpret it on the tools. So let me just show you the tool we'll be using, though you are yet to get there, but for me to now understand that. So you see this 2 here now, this point where we have stop is a stop loss point, and where we have this target is the take profit target. So if you look at this number here, 0.04368, how many pips is this like this?
436 pips.
Yeah, correct. And this?
Take profit. 647 pips.
Yeah, that is correct. So now you can see that you easily know how to interpret this. All right. So now that is how we calculate pips. So once you start trading, it is this tool you will be using. You will no longer be calculating it the manual way, but you just have to go through that route before we understand this. You can see if we just start from here, it will get you more confused. So now it is simplified, right? So however, we still have a particular currency that the way we calculate the pips is different. And that is JPY. We only have few minutes left. Let me see if I can just run through that, and then we will continue from there next class. The JPY. Now, any other currency pair that does not have the JPY in its pairing, this way that we have just calculated, and the how we interpret it from that tools is how you are going to calculate. But when it comes to JPY, the case is different. So now for JPY here now, if you look at this number, you will see that there is difference here. The current price here is 147,341. So from here now, what do you notice? What do you notice that differentiate this from the one we just did? What do you notice here?
Like the first digit, the previous one we have 1 point. This one we are having 147 point.
Okay. Like we have 3. That one we only have like 1, but now we have 3 digit numbers, right?
Yes.
Okay. And is that the only thing you notice?
No, but the last one is still remaining pipette, right?
Yes, I'm asking
Okay.
first. Is that the only thing you notice that differentiates it?
Uh, that's what I noticed for now.
Okay.
This
And
one happens to this don't have
also,
one digit.
yes, also if you look at these numbers after the decimal point, we have 3. But the one we did, we have 5.
Yes.
Okay, we have 5. So now, this one here, reason why we have 3 here is that the price has appreciated a lot in value to 147. Okay, so now the difference here where we want to put our focus is these numbers, the one after the decimal, for us to be able to calculate our pips. So same thing here as well. The last number here, which is the third number, is the pipette.
Okay.
The third number is the pipette, and the pip can start from the second number here.
Okay.
Start from the second number. So now if you now want to write 1 pip, so your 1 is put here, you have 0 here, 0.0 here. This is 1 pip.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to have 2-digit numbers, let's say 11 for example, we have 11 this way. So now what if it is in 3 digits? It means that you now have to cross to this other side of this decimal point, so whereby we are now going to remove these zeros and put a number here. If you should put 2 here, this 2.11, it means 211. Okay,
Okay.
it means 211. If you should put 1 here, this is 1211. If you should put another 1 here, this is what? 11,211. So the case for JPY is different. I hope you get that.
Yeah.
Okay. So for you to know the interpretation for these two, you also bring your 2's out. So now if you bring these 2 out here now, how many pips is this?
We're having we having 679.
679. Right?
Yes.
That is wrong. Look at this explanation again and look at this.
Okay.
Okay, let me help you with that because of our time. This is 267. The last number, which is the third one, is the pipette. You can see that I only have 2 here. I don't include the third one. The third one here is the pipette. So the pips that we have here now is 267. You can see when I said we have 211 is 2.11. So here now we have 2.679. So you just have to leave out the third number, and what you'll be left with is 2.67. That is 267. 267. Another better way to use these two is to look at this number. You can see here we have 267.9. That is 267 pips, 0.9 pipettes. So if you look at this one too here, how many pips is this?
471.
471. Yes, we also have it here that has already simplified it for us. So let me try to readjust it again, and then you tell me what we have now. So what do we have now? At the stop.
296.
At the stop. At the stop.
Stop loss.
Yes,
Okay.
stop loss. What do we have?
129.
Yeah, 129. And then the target here, what do we have?
296.
Yeah, 296. So that is the difference when calculating for currency that have the JPY in its pairing. Okay, I hope you understand. If you have question now, you can ask your question. So by next class, we are going to review this again and then proceed to the calculation of lot size. So any question before? Okay, I can see your hand. You can ask your question.
Okay. The confused I'm having here is in the other calculation we did, we are having five
Yes.
digits, but we are having four.
Yeah. No, this one here we have 3.
Okay, that means okay in this JPY.
Yes, for JPY, only JPY, you will have 3 numbers after the decimal point. And now the numbers at the beginning, some JPY currency might not be 3. Is because the USD JPY has appreciated to a 3-digit number. That is why we have it that way. There are some currency that have 98, that have 74. There are still 2, but where you want to put your consideration is the number after the decimal point. So for JPY, it's usually 3 numbers. That is how they are traditionally computed. Okay.
Okay.
So for every other currency that does not have the JPY, you will see 5 numbers after the decimal point, which the 5th one is going to be the pipette, and your pip count starts from the 4th number. So for JPY, the pipette is the 3rd number and your pipette starts from the 2nd number. Any other question?
Okay, I get it clear.
Any other question?
No one for now. I have gotten the explanation.
All right, no problem. So have a good day. We are going to meet next class, that is on Monday. So have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.